Gracias, gracias. Yes, guys, welcome back to Danny AFC TV, the realest of YouTubers out here. What's good in the hood, my people? First of all, get the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new, guys. Been an interesting day as normal. UE, what do you know about certain bros? What do you know about Section 18, bros? I had an official warrant at the door today, bros. Man had to stay. I don't want to say too much, but man had to stay very composed today on a Section 18 at the crib. I was like, bros, half of this crib is mine's. Like, I said, roughly, are you coming for, you know what I mean, this and that and the other? Like, do you know what I mean? I can imagine what you're coming for. Like, do you know what I mean? They were like, we probably are, mate. We can't disclose nothing to you. Anyway, they grabbed what they needed. I weren't stupid. Oh, you're all up in the yellows. Bros, had to try on the yellows today. Shouts out to our German correspondent. Bros, Musiala or Florin Wirtz. Who would you rather see at Arsenal, if either is even possible? Brother, UE, me and you have been doing a lot of digging on January, bros. Brother. Me and you have been doing a lot of digging. Would it be a centre-back? Could it be a central midfielder? Well, we know of the African nations coming up, guys. The Premier League loses, give or take a penny, 45 players. Arsenal lose 2. Thomas Partey, even though he's not a regular. El Neni, even though he's not a regular. But it's taking 2 midfielders away from what? Then we've got 2 left, Jorginho and Rice. All right, I know Havertz is our new central midfielder at the best of times. But damn, I still feel we must be trying to go for a central midfielder. But guys, groundbreaking reports today say otherwise. Now, last night, I was even being encouraged, do a stream. Ivan Toney is on his way. I wasn't so sure. Now, I've spoken about Marcos Leonardo many times. Arsenal allegedly tried to inquire about Marcos Leonardo, last January. Now, he is the Santos striker. 17 million euros deal could be coming in. This guy's got 54 goals in 168 games. He's 21 years old. I'm not sure I don't think he has played for Brazil as of yet. But 17.5 million euros, 21 years old. Marcos Leonardo, could he be the striker on his way to Arsenal Football Club? There is a lot of talk. Andre Trindade, another Brazilian who's come through. Like, at least this guy, he does start for Brazil now. Central midfield. Ahead of some of them Freds and whatnot. Now, he plays for Fluminense. He's a good player. 20 million apparently is on his head as well. Bro, again, it was again more my talking, like, whoa. I was like, listen, this is half my yard, isn't it? Wirtz, you trust in Wirtz more. See, I was wondering about Musiala. I wasn't madly impressed with him last night, Bayern Munich away at Man United. But then I heard he had just come back from an injury, hence why Muller come on for him in the 65th minute. But yeah, there's a couple of alarm bells with this Florin Wirtz for me. What you said on Havertz, dude? Our German correspondent. If Rice goes down, we're a wrap. Looks like Brazil under 20, but apparently is a party animal. Who? Leonardo. I knew there'd be something about him. Havertz blows. And that comes from, I do believe, Daniel Key is German and up in Germany, bruvs. This is what our average German brother thinks of Kia Havertz, bruvs. German on German here, bruvs. Closer, what's going on, girl? I did, Closer. I'm sure you'll hear it door like fire alarm soon. Guys, do be get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shouts out to the real one, the wanted one. Not so wanted no more. Where is everyone this evening? Bro, Daniel Key. But anyway, Marcos Leonardo. I didn't actually believe in this Leonardo talk last night when, like, Yui and a couple of boys were like, yeah, set that stream. I didn't trust in it at all, guys. Number one, I hear it could be 100 million pounds. A loan with an obligation. Screw that, man. Screw that. Could be better. Section 18s and all that. But anyway, guys, start from the top. Right, Santos striker. Marcos Leonardo, 21 years old, 54 goals in 168 games. Guys, 20 million pounds can get this guy just under. Andre Trindade, the Fluminense midfielder. We have been linked with the double raid on Brazil. There is another double raid. Kenan Yildiz, guys. We now hear Real Madrid may not be able to do a deal in January. I'm hearing 35 million pounds will definitely get our boy Kenan Yildiz. Problem is, Juve don't want to sell, but I'm hearing Yildiz is talking. Good feet, aggressive and quick. Who? Marcos Leonardo, yeah? Marcos Leonardo. But Kenan Yildiz, 35 million. Liverpool and Arsenal possibly concrete offers from January. We know Liverpool do like a young prospect. Liverpool are linked with a kid from Leeds United today, and apparently they're ready to pay £40 million in January for him. Leeds United and £40 million. Nelson, new position, or Nelson, I may leave. Feyenoord and Brighton are watching the Reece Nelson situation. Certain journalists, just like Danny AFC TV, have been shutting down the Douglas Luiz. Emre has made it clear there's no way unless it's life-changing money. Luiz can't leave unless it's life-changing money. He signed a new deal less than a year ago. Jacob Kiwior is wanted by AC Milan and Roma, Jose Mourinho's Roma. Guys, any thoughts on that? Now, like me and Yuri have been talking a lot. Now, as I'm hearing, Arsenal could be forced into making a January move for Ousmane Diomande, even though they want him, and he's 19, the Ivory Coast centre-back who plays for Sporting CP. Arsenal may be forced into an earlier move for Ousmane Diomande, which I think is a God bless him, 19 years old, powerhouse of a centre-back. Because other teams are watching: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United. Now, we're linked with a striker as well, and they're saying a double deal, €150 million bid from Arsenal in January. Victor Goicoechea. He plays for Sporting CP. I honestly can't tell you a lot about him. All I can tell you, though, his goal record ain't that bad. This season, from 17 games in the Portuguese top flight, he's got 15 goals and 8 assists. That's in 17 games. 15 goals, 8 assists. His name is Victor. I'll spell his second name. Gyokeres. So Erez at the end. Goicoechea. Victor plays for the same team, Sporting CP, as Ousmane Diomande. Double deal on. Diomande definitely on Arsenal's wanted list, as me and Yui have definitely been confirming. We both know we're in the know. But if it's in a perfect world, Arsenal would have rather done this deal in January. Ivan Toney could be allowed to leave Brentford on loan with an obligation, guys. Brentford are laying down the tools and saying, we pretty much know that he wants out, like Lee Akers. Lee Akers wants our guy. Victor, they want 80 million. Yeah, and I think, 80 and about 60, if it is 60 for the other guy. 80, 91, 110, 120, 130. Oh. So it said 150 double rate. I don't know what the report was thinking. But yeah, like Lee's been talking about the striker, Santiago or whatever from Holland. But I'm hearing it's other names. If Arsenal preferably were looking at strikers, it is other names. And as I've always maintained, I fully believe, and it's not to annoy Lee Akers, it is not Ivan Toney. But Ivan Toney is able to leave Brentford, from what I hear, on a loan with an obligation. Some of that obligation will be between 70 and 100 million pounds. Paulinho and Osimhen. This is an earlier report. Both wanted by the Premier League and top 4 teams. But now I hear Victor Osimhen could be signing a new deal at Napoli. Who is Mika? Here, hold on. I'll call you straight after my stream. Hold on. Let me just pause the camera. About that, people. Sorry about that, my people. Is the phone even hung up? No, the phone ain't hung up. But guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do subscribing. Santiago, that's it. Jimenez. I'm scared of people from Holland, but we certainly... here's the return of WB. Shit, he's got my keys, huh? I'm glad that worked. And I'm going to have to be careful, guys, just for security reasons. I'm not going to open that door. Just in case, because we've had all sorts at the front door. But yeah, guys, very interesting reports all over the place. We're going to finish the Premier League, get straight back into Arsenal, Ivan Toney, Paulinho, I reckon, Mika Hamilton, and Oscar Bob. Guys, it looks better than Reece Nelson, isn't it? Fucking hell, guys. Which one is it? WB? Yeah, I can tell by its cough, WB. Yeah. It is the WB, guys. All good to WA? Yeah. Shout out to all the real ones. So yeah, but this Victor Goicoechea, but we'll talk about him. Moises Caicedo, the Chelsea fans haven't seen the best of me. West Ham, 2 to 3 signings in January. Coutinho, 31, going back to Brazil. Fabio Silva, the Portuguese Wolves striker, never really lived up to expectations. Could be on his way to Freiburg in Germany. Man United fire sale. Sancho, Varane, Martial, and Casemiro all could leave. Obviously, Man United out of the Champions League. Guys, we'll get into Champions League talk. Newcastle out, 1-0 up happily, then 2-1 down. I do believe AC Milan charge through. We're going to go and have a look at the groups. Hold on. Oh, what? Hello, I did say I'd call you back. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Sorry about that. I won't be answering the phone no more. But that's quite interesting what's going on there. But I'll tell you in a minute. It's hilarious. Guys, do be liking. Do be subscribing. Give me a sign. Who is with me? Give me a sign. Give me a signal. Fuck's sake. It's just impossible. Like, not right now. Sorry to say. Better for you, no?
Want to see me?
Yes. Well, it's not. Fucking hell. Like, guys, please. Dan, keep the stream going. It's going fire. Yes, of course, it's always on fire, bruv. Energy, energy, energy. And I've got that energy. 11 of us. So let's start hitting the like button, please. Right, so 45 players leave for the AFCON Nations Cup, guys. Any thoughts? Thomas Partey, will he be missed? Will Arsenal replace the two midfielders? Remember, they're gone from the February the 13th, or the competition starts, so they probably go a week earlier. February the 13th to February, I think, the 10th, something like that. Guys, that's just shy of a month. Liverpool lose Mohamed Salah. That's key. Is Thomas Partey and El Neni key? Bars time. Bars is not really madly. Go on, Jen. What's going on? Jenny Swan is in the building. Partey is back, but will he play for Arsenal again? Remember, he's on the naughty boy stick or the naughty boy stool. But I just want to quickly go into tonight's Champions League scores. Sorry, the results and everything. And guys, who do you fancy in the next round of the Champions League? Right, Atletico Madrid 2, Lazio 0, Celtic 2, they got on result age, you can what I mean? Celtic 2, Feyenoord 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, PSG 1, Newcastle 1, AC Milan 2, rest in peace to Bars. Right, I'll give you a quick Bars, bros. It's more for the other side now, bros. Zelda 2, Man City 3. Actually, it does look like Zelda. Viaz does. Anyway, Leipzig 2, Young Boys 1, Antwerp 3. Wow, Barcelona 2, and FC Porto 5, Shakhtar Donetsk 3. So let's see where this leaves the group. Bayern Munich and Copenhagen qualify from Group A. Arsenal and PSV qualify from Group B. Real Madrid and Napoli qualify from Group C. Sociedad Inter Milan, Group D. Atletico Madrid and Lazio, Group E. Borussia Dortmund and PSG, Group F. AC Milan, not even of the win. So they finished level on points with PSG, but they go to the Europa League. Fuck. AC Milan now in the Europa League. Man City and Leipzig. Man City had 2 kids scoring tonight. Imagine, we can't even let our kids, like I was saying last night, have minutes. Do you know who scored today? Oscar fucking Bob and Mika. What's his name? Mika what? Mika Hamilton. Oh. Yeah? And that Mika Hamilton looks class. Well, he could have got a trick. That Mika Hamilton looked class. Man City and Leipzig are through from Group G, and Barcelona and FC Porto have qualified from Group, whatever the last group is. Such a fake name, for fuck's sake. No, I don't think L's going to be here. I'll explain later. I don't think L's going to be here, mate. It isn't. Hold on. It is my sister. She don't know how to use... Oh, YouTube. I'm teaching her. Oh, it is. I don't know. Now I'm confused. Top 4 next season as United and Newcastle crash out. Embarrassing. Is the Premier League that good? I do believe so, bros. I believe, like with any organisation, bros, and we shouldn't be so cocky, UE. If Arsenal had no Rice or no Saliba, it could be a different situation for us. It could be a much different situation if we didn't have certain people up in the building. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle run out of energy, but that was, I do believe, a couple of energies. Botman got injuries. Botman got injured. Do you know what I mean? All right, or is City and Liverpool and Arsenal the only decent teams in the Prem? Well, then again, history-wise, we are the best. We qualified, 3 qualified from Italy and Spain. Well, Barcelona, Club Real Madrid, you'd always expect. And AC Milan, Oh, sorry, and in Jesus Christ, and in Italy, I don't know, AC Milan, Inter, Juve. I'd still kind of always expect 2-3 from Italy, but you are right, 2-3 from England. Well, Liverpool never qualified. Liverpool, I'm sure, will be back next season. And then who is the fourth best team? Providing we all think Arsenal and Liverpool and Man United are top three. Who is the top four teams? Because I suppose that is a surprise. But Newcastle were in the group of death. Yui, ask me this honestly. If Arsenal had had Newcastle's group, would we have qualified? Go on. I can't do this again. Go on, what's up? I can't do this no more. Go, text me. I'm begging you, text me. I don't understand. Text me, please. Text me. Jesus Christ. All right, here is my sister to do some. All right. Dan, Jenny's ringing you because she don't know about how to type on here. But ain't you with her? So you can show her.
Right next to her, tell her.
If you're right with her, tell her. I think Newcastle would have qualified for Man United's group. So do I, Lee, and that's what I'm saying. So even though it looks bad on Newcastle, they finished bottom, brubs. It was fucking a bit unfortunate. You reckon so, yeah? Well, brubs, all we can measure this on, and I don't want to jinx Arsenal, touch wood and everything, was to see who we get in the next round. Who's the most likely teams we can get, brubs? Let's see if PSG, Borussia Dortmund, or who else is in that group? PSG, Borussia Dortmund, and AC Milan. AC Milan have obviously gone Europa League. I think Dortmund or PSG will give us problems, brubs. I'm not saying we can't beat them, but they'll give us problems. Certainly will give us problems, brubs. Do you know what I mean? How about Bayern Munich? Do you think that'll be like under Wenger, the usual fucking 5-2 at the fucking Bernabeu or whatever? That's fine. That's Real Madrid, isn't it? The Bernabeu. At the Alliance Arena, whatever the fuck you want to try. Alliance. I'm going to call it Alliance, yeah? I'd say Ruben Neves. Napoli. Well, if they're all good and that Kvaratskhelia turns up on the wing, which he hasn't so far, Osimhen, I'm hearing, could be signing a new deal, bros. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of team that could annoy us. Very compact. From what I've seen of Napoli, even though this season not as much, but sort of well drilled as a unit. Do you know what I mean? Bayern Munich, that Japanese or the Asian defender, that Meiji Kim or whatever, fucking good at Old Trafford last night. What is the teams we're most likely to get though, Lee? Like, do you know how that sometimes you can tell, like, from Pool A, Pool B? Come on, you know what I'm trying to actually spit out and actually say here. What is the most likely term of events of who we can get? Because, bruvs, remember, PSV, did they put us out the Europa last season? Come on, man. I know we've dealt with them twice this year. Copenhagen would be nice, but they're obviously no dickheads, bruvs. They fucked in Galatasaray, bruvs. What was the score last night? Did they go through? Yeah, they obviously did. They see what I mean, but they sent Galatasaray back in. They'll keep big teams apart. I can imagine that, bros. I can imagine that. Real Madrid. Barcelona obviously through in there. I don't have to check. Yeah, of course, Barcelona. Clear Barcelona, they're through. I don't know, bros. I think we'll get Napoli. And I think that's a difficult fixture, bros. I just hope we go to Naples first, I'm telling you. And we know what the damage is, if any damage, that we've got to sort out and bring back to the Emirates, my friend. All I'm judging it on is, it's not me being negative, is the last couple of years. Stephen, who's put us out? Was it a Greek team?
Bayern.
No, not.
It's always been Bayern.
No, not. We're not talking. That's Wenger's time. Who's put us out the Europa League the last couple of seasons?
Chelsea at the finals.
Forget that. That was Emery, but yeah, I do get you.
Well, you know, like, who was it? It was a Portuguese team, wasn't it? Was it Sporting?
I don't know. See, that's what I mean. Anyway, whatever teams have put us out the Europa League, possibly, yeah. Team. And did PSV beat us last year, possibly?
Yeah.
Exactly. So. PSV are shit. So, again, I'm only just sort of judging, even though this run's looked all right, but our group, I'm sorry to say, was decent. Seville were dogs this season, for whichever reason. Seville were dogs. Lons are Lons. Do you know what I mean? Who else do we have, Steve?
Seville, Lons, and PSV.
And PSV. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. But they never had Emery there, innit? Maybe the Champions League's a bit of a weird jump for them. Maybe Europa League's their thing. What's Villarreal League? Someone we can get or someone that put us out. Sorry, my brother. So that's what I'm saying. It's not I'm trying to be negative. I'm just praying now for a good draw because reality of the situation is, for me, very average teams have put us out of the Europa League. Do you know what I mean? Over the last couple of seasons. You know what I mean? PSV definitely won. I'm sure a Greek team done us as well. I'm not sure. Olympiakos. Who knows? So, yeah, we have to see how we fare against the better teams. Oh, Villarreal put us out. Fuck me. Was Emre there?
I think he was.
Yeah, Emre was there. See what I mean about Emre? Fucking jinx him, innit? Fucking jinx. I need to go back now. Sorry. I need to go and have a look. Bayern Munich and Copenhagen have qualified, yeah? We know our history of Bayern Munich. Arsenal and PSV, but obviously we can't get PSV. Real Madrid or Napoli? Real Madrid, I wouldn't really fancy, bros. I'm going to be honest with you. Sociedad or Inter Milan. Now, Sociedad, they're not that brilliant. Come on, how many household names have they got? Not even KT would be able to play. Atletico Madrid or Lazio?
Don't like any of them.
No, Lazio surely would batter. Aren't Arsenal urging to sell Arteta for like 6? Sell Arteta? Aren't Arsenal urging to sell Arteta? No, he ain't a player. He's a manager. I wish that would happen. I'd give him away for 60 pence. Atletico Madrid would cause us problems, bruvs. Lazio, we should be able to beat up. Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Out of Man City's group, obviously Man City or Leipzig. And then Barcelona or FC Porto. I don't expect any easy games in the Champions League, man, but shit. There's not many of your Copenhagens and Bragas and that around. Yeah, in the semis. We can get, here we go, UE. We can get PSG, Lazio, Inter Napoli, Porto, RB, Copenhagen. All tough games. So, I'd rather skip PSG, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather skip Inter and I'd rather skip Napoli. Anyone else is cool, even down to RB. But RB would be a difficult game. Copenhagen would be decent. Lazio we should win. And honestly, we should beat Porto. But Porto, in reality, are probably better than some of the teams that we've been defeated by in the Europa League recently. Now, guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. So, West Ham, 2 or 3 signings. There's no Phil in the place. Sassedo knows he has not been up to scratch at Chelsea, but promises a lot more. Coutinho packing his bags. I thought he actually already left Villa in the summer. On his way back to Brazil. Fabio Silva, who remembers this guy, the 40 million striker from Portugal. He's ready to leave Wolves. I bet they receive literally zero money. Freiburg in Germany have been are interested. Guys, if you was this Radcliffe or whatever, so whoever the fuck, I'm buying 25% of Man United, would you be worried about Eric Ten Hag as manager? Now, I'm down for giving everyone a chance, and especially after last season, top 4, 2 cup finals. Sancho, 80, 90 million investment, yeah? Martial, 40, 45 million investment. Casemiro, 60 million investment at 30 years old. Apparently all these guys can go. Martial, Casemiro, Varane. Varane's linked with Bayern Munich. We know the Sancho situation. Right now, I'd be trying to get rid of the manager. Just for the financial sake of it. Get a manager to come in and, you know what I mean? Maybe Varane wants to go. He's at that stage in his career. And possibly Casemiro. But you got to get the best money you can get for both of them. Do you know what I mean? What did they pay for Varane, the silly little bastards, Man United? I actually can't remember at the top of my head. But yeah, Varane wants out. Casemiro, possibly the same. Martial, Sancho. Mika Hamilton and Oscar Bob. What a decent little 2 players they look. Seriously, at Man City. Paulino, available. And his agent is letting out the rumours that he's ready to come to a top 4 club. Oh, God. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Who is with me? Paulino, guys. That one looks a lot more realistic. It's now been literally officially shut down. Even the super fans, not that I trust them, I never would, but I'm laughing. It looks like Douglas Luiz is going to be impossible. Aston Villa are set to ask 100 million. Why would Emre Villa for me are in the top 4 hunt right now. Do you know what I mean? Why are they trying to sell? And Ivan Toney, guys, I told you, remember, people were telling me last night, set that stream down. It's on, it's happening. I'm not so sure. And just 24 hours later, Chelsea are back in the hunt for him. And I'm hearing we're after, and I've named my stream after him, Marcus Leonardo. Do you remember me talking about him to you? I mean, no or not? No? Okay, this is a guy I've spoke about many times. Many times I've been speaking about this geezer, this Marcus Leonardo. I remember my exact words was, is Edu Brazilian, like, do you know what I mean? Last January when we were linked for him, he was meant to be like 15 million. Now I'm here and he's got a 17.1 million euros. That's probably what, 14, 15, 14, whatever mil. Do you know what I mean? It ain't the riskiest investment. I'd say Andre Trindade as well. He plays for Brazil. Not bloody, do you know what I mean? Gibraltar or whatever, with all respect. He gets in the Brazil team. And he was very steady when I see him play recently for Brazil. Anyway, Kenan Yildiz, guys, £35 million. Now, Juventus are trying to get him penned to a new deal. But allegedly, as I said, he's doing a bit of a Lord Bentner. I've scored for my international team. I want to play minutes. Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid, all queuing around this midfielder. Andre Trindade, come and get me, please, to the Premier League. I don't know. But at 25 mil, that would be decent. For under £20 million, Marcus Leonardo of Santos says he's ready now to come to the Premier League. He's 21 in 168 games. He's got 54 goals. What do you think, guys? 55. It's not exactly 1 in 2. Not as bad as 1 in 3. And boy, it's not the Premier League either. Doesn't sound brilliant. 45 players going to the African Nations Cup, guys. I think Nottingham Forest, I don't know if they're all regular first teamers, but lose about 6 players. That could fucking crumble them. No chance of Douglas Luiz in January. Nelson has hinted he might have to leave Arsenal in search of first team minutes. Brighton are watching. Here's a very funny one. Juventus want Charlie Patino. Well, he's in his last year of his deal at Arsenal. I don't think we can really do much to stop him going. But do you know who they're saying they'll swap him for, Steve? For whatever reason, allegedly, they want to get Moses Keane out of the team, the former Everton striker, obviously. Moses Keane, which way you want to pronounce it, could be on his way to Arsenal for Charlie Patino, as long as we can recall him from Swansea. Doesn't sound very believable, guys. I don't really think that one's got too many legs. But Charlie Patino, 20 to Juventus. Moses Keane to Arsenal. Feyenoord and Brighton interested in Nelson. Jacob Kiwior. Loan offers from Italy, AC Milan and Roma. Osman Diomande, 69 million euro bid. Arsenal could be forced to do a deal in January as other clubs are watching him. Victor Gyökeres, he also plays for Sporting CP, the same team as Osman Diomande. All clubs are watching him. Arsenal, Chelsea, plenty from Spain. Now, this guy, from 15 games this season, has scored 17 goals. So that's more than a goal a game. And he's got 8 assists. So in 15 games in Portugal's top flight. I know, I hear you. So yeah, guys, that pretty much concludes the news. Brace this weekend against his former club. I doubt it, bruvs. I'm off, Dan. Got a call. We'll be back in 20 minutes if you're still here. Might just about be go. I've got a feeling we are going to batter them Sunday. I don't know. I hope so, bruvs. After losing to Villa, bruvs, you know what I mean? And then it's away to Liverpool. So if anything less than 3 points, bruvs, then we may as well start sort of seeing the measure of Arsenal's title challenge this season. Last night even annoyed me. You know what I mean? We should have given a few minutes to a couple of the kids in worry. Look at Man City tonight. Mika Hamilton, Oscar Bob. And fuck me, they both look good. Dan, I've got you a shirt for Christmas. Oh my God, yes, Lee, I love you. What kind of shirt? I better get you something spectacular back, bruv. Trossard on the back, you fucking bastard. I bet in it, just to fuck with me. Interesting. Trossard on the back, yeah. The finest impact player, yeah. What did you think from last night, Lee, away at PSV? I thought Nelson was probably a better player in the park, if anything. Huffing, puffing, trying to, you know what I mean, weave his magic, do a couple of bits and pieces, you know what I mean? But yeah, Word is Nelson could be on his way. Brighton, Feyenoord. He was on loan at Feyenoord. I reckon he could do quite well out there. Do you know what I mean? And where he signed a new deal, obviously we'll get a fee. But can Feyenoord or any other fucking Ironwood fucking what? Afford his £100,000 a week wages? Exactly, bros. And it makes you wonder: are they all just shit, or is it Lego man? Do you know what I mean? Doesn't want to like get beat away at PSV. We're already through, man. Seriously, other clubs do it, man. That's one thing. I know you didn't like Wenger, man, but seriously, in that situation, Wenger's 11 changes, mate. Like Saliba Gabriel, that showed you a lot. Do you know what I mean? Having to put Rice on as a centre back. And again, this is why I loved Wenger, bro. Because again, if someone hasn't got a future, Cedric Soares, why wouldn't Waters play ahead of him? Exactly. We will learn nothing. And at least if Raul Waters was roasted and shit, we know he needs a bit of time on loan. Send him out on loan in January. Imagine he come in, bruv, and just hit the ball running and was blinding last night. Like one of these Mika Hamiltons or Oscar Bobbs at Man City this evening in the Champions League. Bros, they were playing away at fucking RB. And they're a decent team. So, yes. And this Sousa at left back, bros, I've been hearing about him for 18 months now. What the fuck? So, I don't know, bros. You wonder about all of these academy players. This Dewberry's 18, 19 now, bros. The winger. Amori, Dewberry, whatever, bros. I'm hearing Pep likes him, bros. If Pep likes him, what the fuck? Again, still no debut. And this Waters has been on the bench, fuck knows. It's almost embarrassing for the poor kid. He's been on the bench at least, 15 times this season? Surely. But hasn't actually made his debut. Not even like for the last 5-10 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know, mate. To think that Cedric Soares put in a Jacob at left back. I'm not saying Jacob was terrible, but he's a centre-back, bros. And I think he's been a bit of a shaky centre-back. On the only one. What the fuck is that? Well, that shit me up. That DB.
What the fuck?
That's that geezer who's going to do our floor. Why is my phone changed? That just freaked me the fuck out. Remind me to call him back. But yeah, bros. And then when he did play a couple of the youngsters, what was it? Which cup? Stephen? Which cup?
I wasn't listening.
Where the League Cup? Who put us out?
The League Cup?
Yeah. Sheffield United? Or did they play that?
I got checked, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what's happened in the League Cup league? Didn't he play that winger? Was it called Songo or something? Again, I thought that would have been a Dewberry. So it's weird. The youngsters that I would expect sometimes to get a few minutes just don't get the minutes. And that there confuses me. Reece Waters, I never really screamed for him to get minutes to be played because I never really heard a lot about him. But now I'm hearing he could be signing a new deal. We'll fucking play him, you know what I mean? And then worry, all that speculation starts soon, you know what I mean? Like I said, even though, like, you know what I mean, things were settled with him, again, it's a lot of more conditions. If I don't play this, that, the other. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. I might get out just under an hour here today. It's been pretty quiet in the stream. So, yeah, shouts out to all the ones that will be here. Or who have been here, sorry. Like Lee Akers, UE, Closer. I think Jen and Linda was here for a minute. Don't know who else. Where's all the usuals today? The Evers and the Phils, etc. Raw Eric Defo. I'd have started Smith Rowe. Did you mean Smith Rowe? I'd have started Smith Rowe too. Who's Raw Eric? Anyway, yeah, Smith Rowe, definitely. Maybe it was a fitness thing with him. I expected El Neni and Jorginho in the middle. Do you know what I mean? And again, that makes me worry about January, Rose. Even with Party, imagine he does get a couple of games and he's blinding before the African Nations Cup. Will he be sold by then? I think we need a central midfielder. And this Ruben Neves thing's gone quiet. I'd love to try just a smart little loan for Ruben Neves, but again, will it be possible if they've all just joined Saudi clubs? Raw Eric, I mean, sorry. And worry, Jesus, I was worrying. Yeah, my phone does madness like that to me as well, bros. It refuses to try and spell and worry for me. I know what you mean. Don't worry. Now at least I get it. Yeah, bros. Because again, even people like him, bros, I'm hearing he's got all sorts of admirers out there. All sorts, bros. You know? But all right, he's 16, maybe a little bit more raw, even though I'd love to see a few of the minutes. But there's a couple of these older ones. As I said, this Dewberry, Walters, do you know what I mean? The Souza. We're never going to know unless they get a few minutes. If they come on, they're shit, bros. Boy, it's a bit fucking harsh, but yeah, mate. I know, basically, you know what I mean? Maybe we can't be trusted in you, even if that's down to Raul Waters. Do you know what I mean? Raw Eric. Yeah, I was wondering, I was thinking, Raw Eric? Who? Who? So, Lee, if I had to ask you right now, obviously, I know you wouldn't use Google or anything, even you, WB, yeah? Top of your heads, out of the Highlanders that are there right now, who would you expect? Obviously, Smith Rowe's played for the first team. Who's the top three, the top five? Who's the first 3 or 5 or whatever players you can think of? That Anwaru's name now going forward. I don't know, remember that, but Buzz, he's brilliant in the midfield. He's making a lot in that sort of level that he's playing at under 18s or whatever, Buzz. He's making a lot from little clips that I see. He's making kids look average. Lewis Skelly, yes, and Wari. Do you know what I mean? For me, Souza was a little while ago. How old is Souza, Buzz? Patino, I don't know, Buzz. Is he murking it that much at Swansea? I'm not sure. How good was he at Blackpool last year? Do you know what I mean? In terms of stats wise, you know what I mean? I don't think he done brilliant at Blackpool. Swansea, I did hear he scored a goal in a draw for them last week, you know what I mean? So that's at least one he scored. I'm not quite sure that Juventus really want to sign him in January. And they will give us Moses Kane, but I'll do that. How can Patino get us 25 million? Bro, he didn't, as far as I know, he didn't sign a new contract. He's in the last year. In fact, he can, as far as I know, bruv, he can negotiate with Juventus in Juventus or any other foreign team on a free in January. He's on the last 6 months of his contract, as far as I know. And I remember the video he posted during the summer last year. Fit, ready to go, but I don't think he was called out to America, was he? I'm pretty sure he wasn't called out. Was he called to America, bros, in the summer? When they all went on tour? I'm sure he wasn't a part of that America squad. And again, Danny AFC TV knows, bros. I just don't think Arteta likes him for whichever reason. I see a post on Instagram or whatever that he put up, him training hard in the summer, hoping to be a part of the Arsenal squad. And I did hear him sort of through, obviously through 1 or 2 fucking mouths. But word on road is, if he wasn't going to be considered as a first teamer and sent out on loan this season, whether it was Swansea or a Premier League team, that was it. He weren't signing a deal and he was done with the club. So why wasn't Lewis Skelly on the bench last night? That's what I'm saying. Which one? Skelly. Who are we talking about? As for Patino, guys, he's 20. And without saying 20 is old, bruvs, if you're on loan at Swansea when you're 20, probably coming 21, I don't believe he's got a future. But UE, how the fuck does he get us 25 mil? 25 quid, maybe. Do you know what I mean? If we could get 25 mil, bros, Tierney wouldn't be on loan. Tavares wouldn't be on loan. Lokonga wouldn't be on loan. We can't get 25 mil for these players. Unless they're doing bits for our first team, bros. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even sure at this moment you get 25 mil for Emil Smith Rowe. He ain't playing no minutes. Which team are going to put down a mad amount of money, bros? I'm not so sure, bros. I'm not so sure. What's he going to sign a deal for? When he's on loan at another club. I can't see it. He's 20, bros. Could be coming 21. How old is Charlie Patino?
Here's what I found.
My phone is trying to not let me in. Just tell me his age. They don't want to tell me his age, bros. I'm sure he's 20. 20 under 18. Yeah, 20 years old. All right, ain't that bad. His birthday was in October, so he ain't about to turn 21 or anything. But 20 years old? I don't know. Is it bad to say, Stephen, that he probably won't make it at Arsenal at 20?
Yeah.
It is bad to say that, you think?
Well, no. You can't make it. Just want to.
If you're at Swansea when you're 20.
Yeah.
This is what I kind of believe. That could be a bit harsh. But again, if you ain't trusted for, you know what I mean? Like a PSV last night, not saying that Patino could play, but you know what I mean? We must know that this squad wasn't mad in the midfield. I personally would have kept Patino with the first team this season. So yeah, we can't get 25 mil for fucking Tierney. Do you think Nelson should get more time? Brother, see if again, I don't want to be rude, against PSV or a Bournemouth, he could probably look all right. The next two games are Brighton and well, I don't know. If Martinelli ain't fit or still on well, bros, we might see him against Brighton, but he'll probably play Trossard. But he looked good last night. He huffed and puffed. Brilliant pass for the goal. Maybe, bros. But then, again, it's a harsh old world, isn't it? And you've got to prove properly every time, isn't it? He played basically most of the 90 minutes last night. I don't know. Possibly. For me, no. But then Trossard has scored a couple important goals. Man City, Chelsea. I'd never be two-faced. Would this guy do that for us? I'm not so sure. But maybe given similar minutes to Trossard, yes. Listen, he was better than Trossard fucking last night, innit? I've always said Trossard doesn't start well. For me, the best player last night was, for us, was Nelson. Hopefully no one who voted for Havertz as player of the month thought Havertz was brilliant last night. See, nights like last night, when it's Jorginho and El Neni, two very bog standard midfielders, yeah? Let's call them defensive midfielders. This is where I wanted more from Havertz. He's in a number 10 shirt. Make something happen. What did both of you guys make of Havertz last night? Fucking legend. That doesn't say a lot about the legend, though. Well, go on, bro. What's good, John Arby? Just to clue you up, unless you've been here the whole time, Charlie Patino linked with Juventus. Can't really see it. And can't see him coming back to Arsenal and signing a new deal either. There you go. Me and you against you in the ring. Bros, we can do that for the sake of Trossard, bros. Because as I say, I'll be proved again. If Brighton, if he starts on Sunday, no, I'll be in your ear. Trossard is shit. Impact player, bros. I don't know. Even UE thinks Nelson, I think, should start ahead of him. Nick Knack, what's good, my brother? Long time. It could be a bit better, but I'm doing okay. Good to hear that, Jean RB. Do you think Reece Nelson deserves any more minutes? Was he decent last night? I can't believe the kids played no minutes in the Champions League. And then look, Oscar Bob. I don't even know they had a player called Oscar Bob. Mika Hamilton. Both starring. They both look good for Man City in the Champions League tonight. But we won't try none of the kids. How do we know if they're any good at all? We're playing a centre-back at left-back. We had Sousa on the bench. You have to bring Ben White on. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I didn't get it. Sorry, did Ben White start, Steve? Who started right back? Oh, no, Cedric. And Cedric isn't exactly for the future. Nick Nat, how you been, my brother? It has been a while. See, brother, I don't think he'll do well. I don't think he'll do well. Eva, what's going on, girl? Better late than never. How are you? All good. Fantastic news, Nick Nat. So, guys, that does bring us neatly and nicely to what would be your starting 11 for Brighton this Sunday. UE has said we hear Partey could be on the bench. I don't think he'll even bring him off the bench. He doesn't like Thomas Partey. Not too bad, brother. Interesting day today. You know what I mean? Bit of a weird one. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Pretty sweet, mate. Not bad. Klauser's back. So, do you start Trossard over Martinelli or Saka? Obviously, we're not sure if Martinelli will play. We heard he was unwell. So, for me, I'm going to go through my 1 to 11 for Sunday. In goal, Rea. At right back, White. Left back, Zinchenko. Centre backs, Saliba and Gabriel. Centre mid, it's Brighton. I'm going to say it straight. I think Jorginho was all right last night. And I think he should have played against Villa. And that could have been a different result as well. Jorginho and Rice, central midfield. Odegaard, just ahead of them, the number 10. Left wing, providing he's fine, Martinelli. He was unwell. I'm sure he'll be fine. Right wing, Saka. Hopefully a touch fresh. Up front now, I'll be tempted to say Havertz, but I'm sure he's going to go Jesus. Not doing well. Had horrible people in work earlier. Tell them fuck off, mate, or just do something devious. Spit in their food. Do something fucked up, bros. Ever so slightly. Number 1 is Trossard. Number 2 is Trossard. Fuck bad customers, bros. Fuck them. I'm going to Desmond on Sunday 2-2. It's not good enough, bros. Brighton all that this season should win whatever 11 you put out. Brother, yes, I have to admit, that's probably the extra excursions and exhaustions, let's say, of playing in the Europa League. Losing us to say, though, Welbeck even hasn't been around. He doesn't always start Ferguson. But yeah, I do like the Zebri, and I know they'll come, though, and they'll be prepared for Arsenal, though, I feel. Just been one of them days. I know about them days, girl. Just got called out. Reckon we hammer Brighton 5-0. Wow. They're going to feel the pain after last season. Mate, again, and I hated last season's result. Do you know what I mean? Always said that WB was a jinx, silly. But don't worry, me and you are there, so we can't get defeated anyway. We're undefeated, bros. I thought Chelsea had done us over this season, but me and you officially, home or away, wherever we go. Wherever we go. Arsenal don't get beaten, hell, home or away. Do you know what I mean? Which is always a good thing, the Acres. You fuck off. So yeah, bros. I don't know. All right, bros, we win. I just don't think it's as comfortable as 5-0. I'm telling you, bros. I'm telling you. No, brother. I was actually with Easy. Shouts out, inshallah. Shouts out our real one, Easy. It's been a long time coming, bros, but he was in the crib today. He comes sorted out my box, come for a cup of tea, you know what I mean? General life check, health check, you know what I mean? Do you start Trossard on Sunday then, Lee? Honestly, over Saka, Odegaard, or Martinelli? Would you play him as a false 9? I wouldn't really do that either. Guys, 48 minutes on the clock. Do be liking, do be subscribing. If we is new, let me check on the old phone. I'm hoping the old Havertz doesn't start, most definitely. I'm hoping he doesn't start. Who is with me, people? Would you start Trossard? Start Trossard as a 9. I so feel, and it ain't to piss you off, yeah? And I did say it from day dot, because he ain't no central midfielder. If you're going to try Havertz and you want to accommodate him sometimes, try him as a 9, bruvs. He's showing sometimes he's got that little knack. Something can come off his leg, his ball bag, his left fucking cheek. Like, you know what I mean? Let him try, Raz. Could be a booster of confidence. Jesus, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even impressed with his absolute overall gameplay the last couple of games, man. Villa or last night. What's happened to that constant press, the work rate? Because without that, bros, he's a fucking normal, average fucking striker. I'm telling you. I am telling you. He's seriously pissing me off. But at the end of the day, I don't start Nketiah ahead of him. He's got no press, no nothing. You know what I mean? That was a decent goal last night, though. Yeah, Jesus has been awful. And even though it was a good goal last night, I just don't trust Nketiah, bros. What would you do, bros? Bros, it's hard to say, seriously. Even if you like Trossard, I like Saliba. We know Saliba in a striker. I'm just saying, for example. But it's hard to say, I suppose, when Nketiah has scored, like, do you know what I mean? You got to put him on the bench and then play a Trossard. He does, bros. I'm just saying, honestly, against Villa, do you know what I mean? He weren't that amazing. I'm not saying he was terrible or why we got beat or anything. And last night against a very average PSV team, do you know what I mean? I just feel the general overall press hasn't been there as well. What's WB sleeping like a baby? He's been exhausted today, isn't he? I don't believe it. He's sleeping like a baby. Look, sleeping like a baby. And I know he does, bros. Right, left back takes in his place. Are you being serious? Are you being serious? I wouldn't quite do that, bros, because that's for me. Do you know when you sometimes you don't like a player, bros? Yeah, I'm a bit iffy. UE's a bit iffy with Trossard. That's when you really find out how bad a player could be, bros. They could have Mintoma, or who's the other fucker, a fatty, or that other guy going at him, bros. I definitely wouldn't. That's the thing you try against PSV when you're through. Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, Lee. I thought you were just saying because Zinchenko has been awful, bros. And he's another one, bros. Brighton, Liverpool coming up. We could get caught out at left back. He's awful for me, bros. He's been shocking. But I've known this about him last season. When we were playing well, it looked all fine. But again, bros, when you're not playing, when everyone, all 11, ain't on their A game, this is when you find out how really fucking bad a player is. So as for me, bros, I want the best for the club. It isn't a deliberate disagreement. I just don't know, bros. Trossard isn't brilliant starting, bros. And I've always thought this. And as I said, even last night, I knew he wouldn't offer that much. Like last night, these are the games he should be shining. Havertz in his more natural position as a number 10. For me, this is where the idiot should be shining. Seriously, Lee. Seriously, brother. But anyway, guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Where are we? When is the Champions League draw? Is that just before Christmas, Mr. Akers? I do believe it is just before Christmas, etc. The old Champions League draws. Who's been looking at the old video on the other side? What, this Monday, yeah? Who do you fancy, Nick Nat? Who do you fancy? My video gets that same sort of usual... Let's take it off, actually. I didn't realise it was playing beats. Who do you fancy, bruvs? Every team is obviously going to be difficult. I think Copenhagen, from all the possible teams that we could face, would be one of the most wisest of choices. But again, I don't want to disrespect nobody, and everyone will be difficult. PSG. And bros, I'll be honest with you, since they're not doing the whole Galactico thing as much, I have thought they've been kind of decent, and they're looking a bit better over the last few league games. I'm just looking at a couple of funny bits. Who is that? Why do I feel like I recognize that face? So sorry, my people. Who else do we all fancy in the stream? UE, who do you think we're going to get, man? I think it's going to be an Italian team. I think it will be difficult. And yeah, for me, it's going to be an Italian team. And I'll probably worth avoiding. Yeah, brother. Anyone else? Bring it on. I think out of all possibilities, someone did put it in. Let me go look. Let me go look for you, Nick. No, don't go nowhere. Where's UE's name? I think UE did kind of put the possibilities, bros. 2 seconds, brother. I think this is the possibilities, bros. We can get PSG, Lazio, Inter, Napoli, Porto, bros, Leipzig, and Copenhagen. Copenhagen would be nice. Lazio would be nice. Porto wouldn't be so bad. Napoli, Inter, PSG, Leipzig, difficult games. But in saying that, on our day, I reckon we could probably beat any of them. Do you know what I mean? On our day, we can definitely beat all of them. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Anyone else, bring them on. Most definitely, Copenhagen the weakest. And again, most definitely. But they did mug off Galatasaray, I have to say, bros. You know what I mean? And Galatasaray ain't really no fools, you know what I mean? But again, a shoot up against Galatasaray, surely I back Arsenal and fancy Arsenal to win. Just looking at the old on X. Everything's been a bit quiet on X. It's been a bit quiet recently. Been a bit quiet. What can you do? What can you do? You can't win them all, as they say in the trade. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. 5 minutes left of the stream. Nick Nack, I reckon it's going to be Italian. So the possibilities are Lazio, Inter, or Napoli, of course. Really and truly, guys, none of them should be overly scaring us. I reckon, you know what I mean? Really and truly, guys, we should be able to. Oh, guys, only 4 likes on the video. Overly scaring us. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new before we go. Any thoughts before I get out of the building, guys? Any thoughts before I disappear? It's really something up on my phone slightly. Can't believe this boy's gone to sleep as well. He's gone to sleep obediently, like a little baby, like. Do be subscribing and liking, guys. It's all very important now, as always, as I say. I think we're going to get an Italian team. Someone else said that. Napoli or Inter. I don't think we're going to have this our own way. And when I say our own way, as in easy. Again, no Champions League team is supposed to be easy, but I reckon it's going to be difficult. Nick Mac said it's Monday. Look, but I thought it was nearer Christmas, to be honest with you, bros. You could take a quick check on that for me, bros. You could take a quick check, but Nick Mac says Monday. And yeah, bros, 18th. Okie dokie, there you go. Oh, that is just before Christmas, man. Yeah. I'm going nuts, man. Seriously, I'm not even thinking correct. I'm telling you guys, I'm not even thinking straight. Because, yeah, I'm forgetting how close we actually are till Christmas. But, yeah, guys, it is almost that time of day where I say good evening and farewell. Any final thoughts? I reckon an Italian team. I can't even name a single player or the manager from Copenhagen. To be honest with you, bros, quite embarrassingly, I'm sure there's one. We must know one. Go, see what I mean? It is literally just stormed up. Look, the 13th. That's mad, isn't it? It's mad, the 13th. So, yeah, Copenhagen would be brilliant, guys, but that would be the God blessing of all God blessings. And at least after we know from then, every game is going to be tough. If we can get Copenhagen, we are laughing. Well, Danny boy, you know what I'm about. Of course, bros, of course. Guys, any final thoughts? We have got 58 minutes down. Please get the likes on the video. There's definitely not a lot, enough likes on this video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And yeah, I forgot a couple of bits. Yes, we have one. Yeah, bros, but again, you have to be honest with you. Ajax are not on their A game, and there's no one else. Do you know what I mean? Feyenoord are pretty poor. There's no one else in Holland. That wouldn't have happened if Ajax had been the usual Ajax, man. Ajax are sitting in 18th at one point this season, in all kinds of fucking problems. Most definitely, bros. Again, you know what I mean? But again, realistically, I'm only saying, even Arsene Wenger, you get battered by Bayern Munich if we got them every round. But even Arteta himself, bros, it ain't the greatest of teams that have put us out of the Europa League recently. Seriously, it ain't the greatest teams at all. Last year was PSV. They're shit. Was it Olympiacos one year? Villarreal. Emre's Villarreal. With Lassie, my love. All day long, bros. You like that, Clauser? I am now. You guys, do be liking. 11 of us here. Come on, man. There's only a few people commenting. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Seville. Oh yeah, it was, isn't it? It was. I thought it was as well. Yeah, yeah. Of course it was. Sorry, yeah. The Europa League specialist, but still, bros, even they've been shocking this season. All right, let me ask you this, Nick. Now, do you think Arsenal would have got out of Newcastle's group? First year back in the Champions League. I'm not so sure. I'm not trying to put a negative spin on it, but I'm not 100% sure we would have got out of Newcastle's group. And I'm just trying to be realistic, just trying to be real. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal fan or not. I've been here the whole time, you bastard. Why have you been commenting then, you bastard? I hear 2-3 big signings. Brother, since McTominay and Maguire have been doing well over the last few weeks. Maguire got Player of the Month. I think that was the actual official Premier League one. Now you're going to have to pay for the nose. Hard to say. It was a tough group. You're better than Newcastle. Most definitely. Most definitely, bros. We're definitely better than Newcastle. But again, I'm just saying, PSV put us out last year, bros. Seville put us out. Do you know what I mean? With all respect to PSG, Borussia, and AC Milan, do you know what I mean? And who I'd rather play. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, even though it looks all horrible for them now that they finished bottom of the group, of course I can, Phil. Of course I can. And we can also officially let you know who is dropping into the Europa League. So today, Philippe, all of the scores. Atletico Madrid 2, Lazio 0. Celtic, do you care what I mean? 2, Feyenoord 1. Borussia Dortmund 1, PSG 1. Newcastle 1, AC Milan 2. C. Zavelda, whatever, 2, Man City 3. Man City played a lot of kids, bros, and their kids done well. Oscar Bob and Mika Hamilton both scoring. Leipzig 2, Young Boys 1, and Antwerp 3, Barcelona 2, and FC Porto 5, Shakhtar Donetsk 3. Now, this leaves the groups like this. Bayern Munich and Copenhagen qualify from Group A. Galatasaray drop into the Europa League. From Group B, Lens drop into the Europa League. From Group C, Braga drop into the Europa League. This is for West Ham's interest. From Group D, Benfica drop into the Europa League, Phil. From Group E, Feyenoord drop into the Europa League. From Group F, AC Milan drop into the Europa League. Young Boys from Group G, and Shakhtar Donetsk from Group H. Man City, just as you... dedications in the building, the young G's come true, bruv. Bruv, go watch the highlights, bruv. You see this Mika Hamilton, blood looks class, and Oscar Bob looked alright as well. And obviously the qualifiers, guys, from the Champions League, Barcelona and Porto are through, Man City and RB are through, Borussia Dortmund and PSG are through, Atletico Madrid and Lazio are through, Real Sociedad and Inter Milan are through, Real Madrid and Napoli are through, Arsenal and PSV, and Bayern Munich and FC Copenhagen. It would be a touch if Arsenal could go and get themselves FC Copenhagen in the next round. That would be an actual touch. On that note, guys, it is almost time to go. We West Ham much long tomorrow. Nah, only the Freiburg. I doubt it, brother. But stranger things have happened. We might have a little digging. Big up your mate RB, always my friend, always. Shouts out to RB, of course. Real ones. And Man City as well, man. Maybe they don't need to sign. I can't believe how good that Mika Hamilton looked and Oscar Bob. And Arsenal bring out kids in a game that we have qualified. Forget about starting them. We don't even bring them off the bench. Not many, bros. Yeah, you usually expect there's usually one massive team, a Barcelona or a PSG, someone, you know what, there's usually a massive calamity. But as you say, brother, and well pointed out, yeah, not too many this season. Do you know what I mean? Do you think that means the bridge is getting bigger from the, let's say, the world's biggest teams? But something someone did say to me on the group, shouts out to UE, this will close the stream pretty nicely. He says only Arsenal and Man City have qualified for the group stages from the Premier League. 3 from Spain, 3 from Italy. Is the Premier League the best league in the world? I think it probably is. You know what I mean? I reckon if Liverpool were there, they would have qualified. Newcastle had a bastard group. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, bros. And shouts out to Jean RB. He actually did send me that. I'm going to take a brief look at that. I haven't been able to have a proper look at that, but let's take a look. Jean RB did send it to me. Just want to update on the new Champions League next season. Shouts out to you, Jean RB. There will be no longer 32 teams, but 36. The classic groups, 4 teams are gone from the start of next season. The Champions League group stages will be played according to the Swiss model, in which there will be a 36-team league. What? Each club will then play 8 games, 4 at home, 4 away. This is where it gets complicated. The best 8 teams qualify directly for the round of 16. However, the teams placed 9 to 16 must play a playoff system. Blah, 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 blah. Do you know what? I'm going to have to read this a couple of times, yeah? Shouts out to Jean Arby. But do you know what? That actually sounds a bit mad. And I'm not sure of it. That's what I thought, bros. I wasn't really dogging it. Do you know what I mean? Man United haven't been really good this season. They were quite disgraceful in the Champions League, if you want the truth, bros. If Newcastle are back in next season without a harsh group, they could qualify. I reckon Liverpool are back in next year. Soon it will be Chelsea again. Exactly. And it's what I reckon, you know what I mean? Newcastle, 1-2 people away, Botman, whatever, you know what I mean? It probably affected them. I suppose, yeah. I suppose. It just sounds so weird. I thought if it wasn't broken, you don't fix it. No more teams dropping into Europa League. Yeah, that used to piss me off if you're in the Europa League, do you know what I mean? Yep, again, bros, will they address, I'm not saying they're thin or short of players, but yeah, 1 or 2 clever signings from Emre, which I don't put past him, bros, in January, and I don't see why not. Villa, they beat Man City, bros, but if you watch the game, mate, in the manner the way they beat Man City, come on, man. They didn't exactly do that to us, not trying to big us up. We lost as well, 1-0. But the way they beat Man City, bros, Man City don't look like scoring for 90 minutes. I've never seen a Guardiola team get beaten like that. I wonder, can Arsenal strengthen in January? A lot of financial fair play talk around our club, points, deductions like Everton. Surely not. We haven't violated. Come on, look at like a Man City or a Chelsea. They've done a lot more than Arsenal. Why would these kind of dumb things fall on Arsenal's ears if it ain't nothing to do with us? But guys, shouts out to all the real ones. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. I'm going to keep it moving. Obviously, it's Brighton Sunday, guys. No watch along. Boo. I'm at the Brighton game. Do you know what I mean? It's about time I put in an appearance at the Emirates this season. So I'm going to the Emirates this Sunday. Arsenal versus Brighton. Shouts out to Lee Akers on that. So yeah, no watch along. But yeah, the 10 p.m. lives will continue all the way until Sunday. You'll of course get a preview Saturday night and the reaction Sunday 10 p.m. Let's hope it's a happy one as I'm at the Emirates. Do you know what I mean? Me and Lee Akers have got a 100% record. Can Lassie not do the watch along? Nah, and I think WB might be camera shy. So I doubt he's going to do it either. Do you know what I mean? But if there was a last minute hiccup, but there never is with Lee Akers, do you know what I mean? I'll be doing my watch alongs as usual. But again, Arsenal Brighton, yeah, mate. I might make up for it. Who knows? We might cover one team this Saturday 3 p.m. I'll take a look at the fixtures after, guys. On that note, though, good night. God bless. Keep it down here, AFC TV. Please be liking, sharing, share on your Twitch, your Hitch, your Facebook, your Instagram. I don't care what it is. Just share, subscribe. You know what to do, guys. Show me the love. And shouts out to Phil. Shouts out to the man of the match this evening, Nick. It should be a fun one to watch. It should be. Night, Chloe. It should be Nick. And Nick, you know what I mean? Remember, I've got the plug here, the ticket man, Lee Akers. I hate hotting him up. He's the one that keeps it real. I can just pick and choose my games. I am lucky like that. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to go to away games this season. I've been Chelsea away. I'll decide after Christmas which other games I want to go to, especially when the weather gets warmer, bruvs. I love a bit of football. Saturday, 3 p.m. Guys, good night. God bless. Keep it down here, CTV. Back again tomorrow. One other thing quickly before I go. I will be starting doing some downloads again. I've got to stop being lazy. Transfer daily. Fuck it. I should start from tomorrow because it's almost going to be January. So yeah, Transfer Daily probably starts again tomorrow, guys. I'll be downloading these, so look out for them. Please be liking, guys. Please be subscribing. Good night, y'all. Good night, people. Respect.